I have been dating someone for 4 months, and I just found out he has a 5-year-old. I need to preface this by saying I genuinely like him. That is what makes this so confusing to sit with, because it would be so much easier if he was terrible. His name is Marco. We met through a friend of a friend at one of those birthday dinners where you end up talking to a stranger for 3 hours and leave with your number in their phone. He texted the next morning. We went out that Friday. I came home that night and told my roommate I think I actually like this one, which if you knew my track record would tell you everything about how the first date went. 4 months later, we are doing the thing where you have a drawer at each other's places and you text good morning without it feeling performative, and you are starting to think maybe this is actually going somewhere real. And then last Saturday, he told me he has a daughter. Her name is Lily. She is 5. She lives primarily with her mother, and he has her every other weekend and one weeknight. He said he had been meaning to tell me sooner, but wanted to make sure things were serious before bringing her into it. He said it carefully and with what was clearly genuine nerves, and I could tell he had been thinking about how to have this conversation for a while. I told him I appreciated him telling me and that I needed some time to think. He nodded and said he understood, and that was that. I have now been thinking for 6 days, and I am not sure I am any closer to knowing how I feel. Here's the honest version of my brain right now. Part of me is completely fine with it. Kids exist. People have kids. A man being a present father is not a red flag. It is literally the opposite of a red flag. I know this logically. I have repeated it to myself approximately 40 times this week. But there is another part of me, the part I am less proud of, that is quietly panicking. I am 24. My friends are getting brunch on Sundays and going on last-minute trips, and dating people whose biggest complication is that they leave dishes in the sink. I had just started to feel like I was in something easy and uncomplicated for the first time in a while, and now there is a 5-year-old named Lily, and I do not know what that means for us, or what role I would eventually play, or whether I am ready for any of it. I called my mom. She said if you like him, this does not have to be a deal breaker. I called my best friend. She said it is a lot, and your feelings are valid. My mom is right, and my best friend is also right, and somehow both things being true is not helping. What I keep coming back to is this. He did not hide her out of dishonesty. He was protecting her, making sure I was worth introducing that part of his life to. I actually respect that, even though the timing of finding out still stings in a way I am still processing. I also keep coming back to the fact that in 4 months, I have not once caught him in anything small, no weird behavior, no inconsistencies, no moments where something felt off. He is the first person I have dated in years who does exactly what he says he is going to do, every time. That sounds like a low bar, and I am aware of that, but you would be surprised how many people cannot clear it. I have not broken up with him. I have not made any decisions. We texted yesterday, normal stuff, and it felt the same as it always does, which is either a good sign or me avoiding reality. I genuinely cannot tell. I think I'm going to see him this weekend, not to have a big serious conversation, just to see how it feels to be around him now that I know, because knowing something in your head and knowing it in the room with the actual person are two completely different things.